But, Access was great, but WrestleMania truly was where it's at, especially this WrestleMania. I mean, if I went to Access and then went to WrestleMania 29, I'd probably say Access was the highlight. Nothing against 29. 29 I thought was a good show, but WrestleMania 30 was really something to behold. Even just in your living room, WrestleMania 30 was absolutely captivating. But there live, oh my God, it was awesome. First off, I was really happy to see opening Pyro. Yes, I do love my WrestleMania opening Pyro, and it finally made its return after a 2-year absence. I understand that you can't really see it out in the daylight. We're probably not going to have it at WrestleMania 31 because we're in Levi Stadium, which is, I think it's all outdoors. There's no dome to it or no cover. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to be all outdoors. And especially in California, it's going to be sunny the entire time because they're 3 hours behind us, which means it's going to start at 4. It's going to go from 4 to 8. It's probably not going to get dark until 8 o'clock, so we're probably just going to have closing pyro. I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking about WrestleMania 31. That's not the point. Anyway, WrestleMania 30 was absolutely awesome. I loved every second of it. Every single match was awesome, and even in its own way. The tag team match was a lot of fun. I really liked watching that. And I did like once Los Matadors and Ryback got eliminated. I loved the "We the People" and Uso chant, and then just them just going at it. It was awesome, absolutely awesome. I loved everyone popped huge for Cesaro's face turn. We all knew it was coming, but it was awesome to see it there. And then the opening segment, I should say, with Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin, and The Rock was absolutely great, absolutely awesome. Everyone popped for everyone. And then when Hogan said the Silver Dome, we all just kind of like it was silence. It was just like this awkward silence. Like, did he just say Silver Dome? Does he not know we're at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome? And then of course it turned into a joke. Everyone popped for everyone. Everyone popped for everything. It was awesome. Then the opener with Daniel Bryan and Triple H. All right, so here's a little story. There was a family behind me, and there was a kid behind me, and I am all for just going crazy and cheering. I hate it when people show up and they just sit on their asses and just, oh yeah, that was a good match. You gotta go crazy at these things, especially at WrestleMania, especially at the Dome when, the sound isn't that big, so you gotta really make some noise. This kid was really into it, and I'm all for it. Like, hell yeah, kid, cheer all you want, awesome. Problem is, this kid's voice was so high pitched, it actually hurt my ears when he would scream. Like, oh my God. I was ready to just kind of tape his mouth shut because I'm like, kid, you're killing me. Your voice is so high pitched that it's killing me. But then aside from all that, I was happy that he was going crazy because you need a lot of that, especially in our section. We were in the nosebleeds, so that's when all the casual fans go. The diehard fans are going to get front row seats to WrestleMania, but the casual fans are going to sit there and just sit idly by. But no, you got to go crazy. No matter where you are, you got to go crazy. So we went crazy for Daniel Bryan and Triple H. It was really a sight to behold. Daniel Bryan was totally over, except for 4 guys in our section who are like, Daniel Bryan sucks. It's like they're the biggest losers on the planet right now. Anyone who says Daniel Bryan sucks is obviously a loser and an idiot. So, just deal with them later. But it was a lot of fun. That match live came off great. I really, really liked it. In my opinion, it was match of the night. On both live and on pay-per-view. It was a really good technical match, and the Triple H haters, bow down. He put him over damn clean in the middle of the ring. Triple H jobbed in the opening match at WrestleMania 30. Think about that statement. How many times have people said, oh, Triple H, he just buries talent? He lost to someone who's a fourth of his size in muscle mass in the opening match of the biggest show of WWE's history. Yeah, Triple H is totally selfish. Yeah, totally selfish. Anyway, everyone popped huge when Daniel Bryan won. It was great. The Shield match. Now, I really would like to see the Shield in a better position at WrestleMania. I thought the triple threat for them was going to be great. Even if they wanted to continue them as a faction, they could just have it they wanted to face each other for Dean Ambrose's title, and you could have just kept the title on Dean Ambrose. But you know what? For what they had with Kane and the New Age Outlaws, I know I kind of said this match would be fine. It was fine for what it was. No one really cared about the match anyway. I mean, I wanted to see it, but, that's just me. People really, people didn't care about it, so WWE said, fine, you don't care about it, we'll just end it quickly, and we'll have the Shield just go over in a huge way. And they did. They just 3 minutes of dominating. So, no complaints there, and they did everything fine. And then the Memorial Battle Royal was very, very good. I really like Battle Royals a lot. And then when it came down to 10 guys, you really got to see, the perks of the Battle Royal. Kofi doing his save was awesome. Sheamus's elimination on Fandango was awesome. I loved him doing that. That was great. And then Cesaro picking up Big Show. Holy shit, what a great moment. And the crowd really, really popped for that. Just to see kind of the homage to Hogan and Andre. Cesaro just lifting up Big Show and tossing him out. And it really didn't look like there was a lot of help. I mean, obviously Big Show, jumped up a little bit to help him. But, he lifted him up and he walked. He took a few steps with Big Show on his shoulder. So yeah, really, really impressive there. And Cesaro winning was just kind of the icing on the cake for a great night. And then we had Cena and Bray Wyatt. Cena was really over in my section. A lot of the kids liked Cena. One of the funniest things was the kid behind me. He was going, "Let's go, Cena! Cena sucks!" And then people were yelling. I'm like, "You can't be both." I thought that was kind of funny, but I was really pulling for Bray Wyatt to win this thing, especially after his kick-ass entrance. Holy shit! The tribal dancing, the lady doing that was really, really cool. And then him, the live performances felt awesome. They felt like they were there. They had reason behind them. It wasn't just a random concert. And I was afraid we were going to get one, especially because of how up Kid Rock's ass the WWE is. I thought we were going to get a Kid Rock concert like we had at WrestleMania 25, and we don't need another one of those. But oh my god, this was a great, great entrance. The band who sang his theme really performed well. The bass line, oh my god, it's an awesome bass line intro, and they nailed it. It was absolutely awesome. Just a great entrance to behold live. Awesome. And then Cena came out, did his thing. And the Cena Bray Wyatt match was really, really good. I really liked it. It focused more on storytelling, as a lot of people have already claimed, aside from just in-ring work. And they told the story really well. It only made sense for Bray Wyatt to win this match, and Cena did win. And while I'm not blaming Cena, I'm more blaming just WWE creative. That's kind of a stupid move. I think Bray Wyatt will definitely win in Extreme Rules when he faces Cena, but I think a win here should have just totally happened because it only made sense. But Cena winning wasn't, the end-all, be-all of a horrible night for me. I was totally fine with it. I really didn't care too much because I knew eventually Bray Wyatt will get his comeuppance. I knew Bray Wyatt is going to eventually be the winner of this feud. So, it was kind of against everyone's prediction, but, it was okay. And then we have Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. All right, so Brock Lesnar's entrance took forever, and that was because they had to set up all those damn caskets for Undertaker's entrance. Let me just say, The Undertaker's entrance last year pales in comparison to his WrestleMania 29 entrance. That entrance was off the charts. I think that might have been one of my favorite Undertaker entrances ever, just because I was there live. His entrance last year at WrestleMania was awesome. All those people reaching out to him, totally, totally awesome. I have a poster of that right now, and I'm looking at it right now, and it's totally cool. All the hands reaching out for Undertaker as he made his way to the ring. Totally awesome. His entrance this year was okay. It was fine. It was average, run-of-the-mill. But oh my god, last year, totally better. Anyway, this match was good, but good's about it. Compared to all the Undertaker matches we've seen since like WrestleMania 23, this was nothing. It was good, but again, good's about it. But who really cares about the match? No one cares about the match because Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker. Now see, here's the thing. I cannot describe to you, this is a feeling I've never felt before in my life. First off, the way he lost the match for me was like a total sitcom moment. You remember how in all sitcoms when, the main character's like, nothing's going to go wrong, and then everything goes wrong? When Brock Lesnar hit that third F5, people in my section were like, oh my god, and I'm like, he's not going to lose. I shouted that. I'm like, guys, he's not losing. And then I just heard 1, 2, 3, and I swear to you, I've never felt this feeling before in my life. It wasn't a feeling of upsettingness. You know what I mean? I wasn't upset. I wasn't angry. I wasn't shocked. Well, I was shocked, but it wasn't initial oh my god. I didn't say anything. I didn't say a word. I just stood there in silence, and it was just again. If I said this to a non-wrestling fan, they would laugh at me and they would never stop laughing. But part of me lost with The Undertaker. When The Undertaker lost, I lost too. Because maybe it's just the way it was just like the way you're raised. You're always raised to believe something. I was always raised to believe that The Undertaker won at WrestleMania. No matter who he faced, he beat them at WrestleMania. And he lost. And I swear, people were angry. People were crying. People left the Superdome afterwards. It was something I've never seen before in my life. It was crazy. I had never seen anything like this. And I can't explain, I really can't explain the feeling. I just sat there And again, I was so confident that Undertaker was going to win, which is the funny part, because I was telling everyone in my section, like, calm down, he's not going to lose, and then he lost. But people were just in silence, and I think that was the best way to do this segment. I mean, if you wanted the streak to end, you know, I don't know if you should. I'm speechless about it now. Like, I can't even explain it now. It's so incredibly weird. It was the weirdest feeling I've ever felt in my entire life. I wasn't upset. I wasn't angry, but I was just like, oh my god! Like, it just part of my life was over. As dramatic as that sounds, part of my life was over. I was always the Undertaker. That's Undertaker is WrestleMania. He never loses at WrestleMania, and then it's just part of it is just gone. Like, WrestleMania, part of WrestleMania's legacy is gone. The whole mystique behind the streak is gone. And let me tell you something. For those of you watching at home, I'm sorry, because Michael Cole sold this to shit. I've heard that the only people who knew that the streak was going to end was Brock, Taker, Heyman, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and Vince McMahon. Poor ref, who thought he just fucked up the biggest thing WWE has ever done. He didn't even know Undertaker was going to lose, so I would have been fearing for my life if I was the ref. But Michael Cole just went, the streak is over. And then silence. Really? Really? You're just going to do that? If the way I should have done it is I just would have had have Undertaker lose at the 3 count, and then like one of the announcers be like, oh my god, like not in like a oh my god type way, like a Joey Styles way, be like an oh my god, it's like a shock, oh my god, and then like all their headsets drop and the announcers stand up like, what did we just see? That would be selling a lot better than Michael Cole just going, the streak is over. Well, no shit, the streak's over. Anyway, it's just everyone was just total stunned silence, and poor Divas, because their match, it was a lot better than I gave it credit for. When I was watching, I'm like, yeah, this match is actually better than I thought it was going to be. After I ripped it apart on my YouTube channel, and I was like, oh my god, this match is going to suck. It's not going to do anything. It actually did work, and AJ retained the title, which I was very happy about. But I didn't care. I did not give a single shit. I was totally done. I was like, are you serious? The Undertaker has lost. Like, I was still trying to cope with that. And I didn't care anymore. I was like, I'm done with the show. Like, I wasn't angry. Like, it wasn't like an angry done. I was like, I can't emotionally get back into the show. And I was upset about that because I'm like, I wanted to be excited when Daniel Bryan wins the title. And I can't because I'm so preoccupied with Undertaker losing. Again, I wasn't angry or upset at WWE. I was just trying to get my emotions back intact. I was not emotionally ready for the rest of the show. I needed to take a moment. I needed to take a breather. And when I saw that 21-1 sign, part of me was just done. I died a little inside when Undertaker lost. So, the Divas won. I mean, Divas match, yeah, no one really cared about it. And then at the end, with the main event, I really tried to get excited. And I eventually did get excited in the end. Daniel Bryan winning was a fantastic moment. Batista tapped out and the entire place went crazy. And if you watch the main event, and when the moment Batista taps out and everyone goes crazy, you just listen to how loud the crowd reaction is. You can't get that audible reaction in a dome that big as the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Because again, in a condensed arena like Madison Square Garden, you're going to get really, really loud cheers because the arena is really small, so the sound doesn't travel that far. But to get that sort of reaction is insane. Daniel Bryan winning was a great moment. It was a culmination of, a lifelong journey, and it was absolutely amazing to see. The pyro going off was great. Everyone was chanting yes, as was I. Just a wonderful, wonderful moment, and I truly, truly loved it. WrestleMania 30 was absolutely amazing. In my opinion, it doesn't crack top 5 for me. With my review, the way it would rank is it would rank number 6 for best WrestleManias of all time. I still think 14, 24, 17, 19, and 3 are better WrestleManias. But still, WrestleMania 30, absolutely amazing show. The best wrestling experience I've ever had live, if you can imagine. But yes, truly, truly magical experience, and I'm still not over Undertaker losing.